Rush Hour 3 opens in Los Angeles, several years after the events of the second film. Detective James Carter has been demoted to traffic duty. No longer the flashy detective he once was, Carter spends his days directing cars in the middle of busy intersections. Still loud, still comedic, but clearly out of his element. Meanwhile, Chief Inspector Lee of the Hong Kong Police is in Los Angeles as well, serving as bodyguard to his longtime friend Ambassador Han. Han is scheduled to deliver an important speech at the World Criminal Court, addressing the rise of a mysterious international crime organization known as the Triads. As Han begins his speech, an assassin takes aim and fires, striking him in the shoulder before Lee can intervene. Panic erupts in the hall as security scrambles, and Carter chases after the fleeing gunman. Lee gives chase as well, only to discover the shooter is his own foster brother, Kenji, a man from his past with whom he shares a complicated bond. Lee freezes, unable to kill Kenji, and Kenji escapes. The attempted assassination sets the story into motion. Han survives the attack, and his daughter Soo Young, now grown, returns to see her father in the hospital. She reveals she has crucial information about the Triads, a mysterious list known as the Shai Shen, which identifies the top leaders of the powerful crime syndicate. This list could destroy the organization if it were to fall into the hands of law enforcement. Soo Young becomes the target as the Triads seek to silence her before she can reveal what she knows. Carter, eager to redeem himself, insists on helping Lee protect her. Their investigation quickly takes them across the globe, from Los Angeles to Paris, where clues point toward the Triads' European operations. The mismatched partners bring their usual mix of clashing styles. Lee calm, disciplined, and precise, Carter brash, loud, and more lucky than skilled. Their dynamic provides the humor that drives much of the film, even as the stakes grow deadlier. In Paris, they encounter Genevieve, a mysterious cabaret performer who may hold the key to the Shai Shen list. At first, Carter assumes she is hiding the physical list somewhere, but soon it is revealed that she herself is the list. Genevieve has memorized the names of the Triad leaders, making her both invaluable and a target. Protecting her becomes their mission, but it also puts them in the crosshairs of Kenji and his men. Carter and Lee's misadventures in Paris range from comedic to dangerous. They clash with French police, steal a taxicab from a reluctant driver, and stumble through cultural misunderstandings. At one point, Carter confronts a giant assassin inside a kung fu dojo, barely surviving thanks to Lee's skill and his own reckless persistence. They also cross paths with George, a Parisian cab driver who initially despises Americans, but slowly warms to Carter's outrageous personality, becoming an unlikely ally. Meanwhile, the relationship between Lee and Kenji deepens as the story unfolds. Through flashbacks and dialogue, it is revealed that the two grew up together in an orphanage, closer than brothers, until circumstances and choices placed them on opposite sides of the law. Kenji became a powerful leader within the Triads, while Lee dedicated his life to justice. Despite being enemies, there remains a strong bond between them, one that complicates Lee's every move. He struggles with the thought of having to stop Kenji, perhaps permanently. The climax of the film builds to the iconic Eiffel Tower, where Carter and Lee confront Kenji and his men in a high-stakes showdown. Genevieve is captured, and the heroes must fight their way through heavily armed guards to save her. The action is a mix of martial arts, gunfire, and Jackie Chan's trademark acrobatics as Lee uses the environment to his advantage, battling enemies while dangling from the iron beams of the tower. Carter, for his part, provides both backup and comic relief, fumbling through fights yet managing to come through at key moments. The emotional centerpiece comes when Lee faces Kenji on the tower. The two engage in a brutal fight, balancing on top of the steel framework hundreds of feet in the air. Their duel is as much about honor and loyalty as it is about survival. In the end, Kenji sacrifices himself, choosing to let go and fall to his death rather than force Lee to kill him. It is a tragic resolution to their brotherhood, and it leaves Lee shaken but resolute. With Kenji gone, the Triad's plan collapses. Genevieve is rescued, and the names of the Triad leaders are finally exposed, crippling the organization. Ambassador Han recovers, Soo Young is safe, and justice is served. Carter and Lee, battered but victorious, share a moment of triumph. Their bond, tested once again, proves unbreakable. Rush Hour 3 closes on a lighthearted note, returning to the comedic heart of the series. Carter and Lee walk away from the chaos, still bickering, still teasing each other, but closer than ever. Their friendship is the true constant across all the danger and comedy, and it is what defines the film. The movie blends action, comedy, and international intrigue, staying true to the formula that made the series popular. While the villains are more menacing and the stakes are higher, the humor remains central, with Chris Tucker's fast-talking antics balancing Jackie Chan's physical brilliance. At its core, the story is not only about taking down criminals, but about loyalty, family, and the complicated ties that bind people together across time and circumstance. By the end, Carter has regained his confidence, Lee has made peace with his past, and together they remind audiences why their unlikely partnership works. Rush Hour 3 delivers exactly what fans expect: fast-paced fights, over-the-top comedy, and the enduring chemistry between its two stars.